Sec Dizon, just one last question I would have asked Sec Galvez, but I would appreciate kung pwede nyo rin pong tugunan. So yung COVAX po, yung COVID Vaccine Access Program Facility, sa pamamagitan ng Advanced Market Commitment, yung AMC, will ensure that 23 million Filipinos, among them members of our uniformed personnel, will receive the first available doses of vaccines. So yung cost po ng vaccines has been subsidized, and our counterpart reportedly will be between 1.6 to $2 per dose, including cost of delivery. When will the vaccines under COVAX arrive? And has this information been communicated properly to potential recipients and specifically to the AFP and the PNP? Kasi it seemed po sa incident that is now being investigated and monitored by the DOH, it seemed po na walang confidence yung PSG na yung said vaccines ay darating in time. Therefore, yung di umanong pagmamadali nila na i-vaccinate nilang isa't isa ahead of time.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, ma'am, we would again like to clarify po, for the COVAX facility of approximately 40 plus million doses, good for more than 20 million of the Philippine population. The Philippines po will receive all of this for free under the COVAX facility, similar to the other member countries in the availing of the facility. So wala pong bayad yun on our end, on the Philippine end. As to the timing po of the delivery, we actually have just received very recent information, just I think yesterday, that the COVAX facility po will be delivering an earlier than expected. I think within the first quarter, it could be as early as February, but we have yet to get the details po on the date of delivery and also the quantity of delivery, as well as what vaccine will be delivered by COVAX. Please allow us po to just get the information from the COVAX facility through the DOST and the DOH and the DOST, and we will inform the Committee of the Whole po as soon as we get it, ma'am.
Thank you, Sec Dizon. At ito po ba ay na-communicate sa AFP at PNP at lahat po ng mga potential recipients? Kasi nga parang nagmadali yung PSG eh.
Ano po, no? Tuloy-tuloy naman po ang communication sa lahat ng agencies, especially yung ating frontline agencies ng ating Department of Health. And we assure them po yung unang mga vaccine na dadating, whether it's the COVAX facility or the bilateral negotiations being done with the pharmaceutical companies, we will stick to the prioritization that was presented earlier po, which prioritized the frontliners, both medical and non-medical po.
All right,
Salamat, Sec Dizon. Salamat, Mr. Chairman. Salamat, Mr. President.
Yes, and just earlier, if you monitored the presentation, the AFP is number 5 in the priority list. They're not in the top 4. Anyway, Senator Lacson, you are recognized.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Very quick lang, Secretary Vince. Is it included in your vaccination plan to issue some kind of a certification to those who have undergone vaccination? Yung 2 doses, just like in Australia, for example, yellow card.
Yes.
Or China, digital code. Ano ba i-issue natin?
Kagaya po nung nasabi kanina po ng DOH, sir, meron po nga magkakaroon ng vaccine certificate or vaccine passport. Ito ay magiging digital. I think a QR code will be provided for each Filipino who will get the vaccine.
Which will be used during travels, transactions?
Opo, for transactions po within the country, I'm not sure po if it will be used for international travel. It can be used for international travel later on, po, depending, of course, on the agreements between countries.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next is Senator Richard Gordon. Senator Gordon, you have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a point of inquiry, which I think should not be deducted from my time. Obviously, there are no more resource persons. Does the chair intend to call? I heard he was going to call another hearing in the next few days. Is that correct, sir?
Yes. Yes, we are scheduling another hearing on Friday because there are other resource persons that are necessary to be present or needed to be present. Representatives from the private sector are going to be invited, and some of the requests of our colleagues.
Thank you, sir. In pursuit of that, may I ask questions only for those who are remaining here because the others are not there and they are the subject of my questions, Your Honor. Those who are not here.
Well, yes, then you can be on the top of the list on Friday if you so desire. Now, we can
Thank you,
you can propound your questions on Friday instead of now, because
Well-
there are other colleagues who have opted not to ask questions because they would want to be on the top of the list on Friday.
Well, in that case, let me just ask a few questions of Eric Domingo, and then I'll line up for Friday as well, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Domingo, do you think that was good policy that other people would get the vaccine first without any clearance from your office? Would you say that was illegal?
Well, Mr. Senator, the using unregistered products is you cannot legally dispense or use them in the country.
Well, that's correct. So they committed an illegality. Although I must say that they're doing this out of loyalty, but still we cannot countenance that. Is that your opinion as well?
Well, for the FDA, sir, it's a matter of safety. We just want to assure that all products that are being used in the country are safe and that that they are handled properly.
And that is
Yun po ang
responsibility
talagang habol natin.
and that is your responsibility under the charter of the FDA. And having said that,
Yes, sir.
the reason for that is you do not want anybody else, especially the powerful or those who are well connected, who have special connections in other countries, to be able to get in diseases principally because the disease is untried, untested, and if others follow, there may be effects that are not going to be observable by our country. Would that be correct, sir?
Yes, sir. We just regulate drugs to make sure that they are handled properly and that they come from a reliable source, that they can be traced in case there are any problems, and that if anybody receives them, that if there are any adverse events, that they can be reported to us.
In other words, it's very dangerous for them to be doing that.
Yes, sir.
So I have no brief against the PSG. I certainly commend them for taking a bullet for the president, literally, if you want. But nonetheless, it is the example of the fact that we must follow the law. And you could have given them a temporary permit anyway. Would that be correct?
Well, I think, sir, yeah, it is justifiable. We do all want to protect the president, and compassionate special permit or a donation permit from the DOH.
I agree, and
would
I'm not
be
trying.
feasible
I'm not
for
trying to run after anybody. I'm just want to make sure na matuto yung mga tao nakikinig na may batas tayo. Sir? Hello?
Naputol po,
Me?
Mr. Senator.
You were disconnected for a while. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Ibig sabihin, ang pinapasabi ko lang, gusto ko marinig sa inyo, itong batas na ito ay para sa proteksyon ng kalahatan. Kaya may mga pagka... Tama ba yan?
We did not hear the question, Senator Gordon. You were cut off. Your internet connection is not doing well at this point.
Well, the example must be
We did not hear.
hello.
You are your picture is frozen. Your picture is frozen and we do not get your audio.
I hope it's not the case. I'm just
Yeah, now it's okay. Go ahead.
alam nila na may pagkakamali yun at through busalan dahil hindi tayo nagtatanong tungkol. Yeah. Anyway, Vince Dizon?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Sorry po, we did not get the question.
Secretary Dizon, you and General Galvez has what? Has been doing yeoman's work. Is there so far as this next episode of vaccination, would you agree that the whole purpose is to save lives?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. The whole purpose of what we are doing and what we've been doing is to save Filipinos.
Yes, I was looking for tayo at pag umutang tayo lalaki ang pabera natin. Yan gagawin natin. Tama po ba yan?
I'm sorry, Senator Gordon. There's a message in your box that says the low bandwidth, and it's the resource persons cannot answer because they did not hear the entire question.
Today, Mr. President,
Wala.
it's okay. Masama ang connection eh.
No. Yan. Go ahead.
Well, again, hindi po ba sa objectives niyo, ang sinasabi ko lang, maikli ang PC natin, ang pera natin ay hindi infinite. So, dapat gamitin natin itong pera natin sa wasto. So, ang tanong ko sa inyo, apart from saving lives, napansin ko ho, na ang goals niyo yung siyempre unahin natin yung mga primary, yung mga frontliners. Pero hindi ba dapat unahin rin natin yung ating ekonomiya? Because ang may sakit hindi lang yung tao, ngunit yung ekonomiya. Hindi ko nakita yan eh. Nakita ko lang essential workers, hindi pa specific. Would it be correct therefore to say unahin natin yung mga katrabaho dahil pag hindi nakakuha ng trabaho yan, bibigyan pa natin ng pera palagi yung mga taong yan dahil magugutom sila. Di kaya naman nakikita natin na kapag start na ibang bansa, gumagaling na sila dahil nag-uumpisa na sila magkaroon ng vaccine. Dapat masabayan natin yan para pag tayo ay may vaccination na, madali na silang imbitahin dito sa Boracay, sa Puerto Princesa, madali na tayo mag-imbita ng mga manufacturing. So sinasabi ko lang po, hindi po ba dapat unahin natin yung mga nagtatrabaho sa mga pabrika para makapagtrabaho sila, sa mga tourism establishments, sa mga construction, at sa mga drivers at lahat ng mga importanteng para makagalaw ng ekonomiya natin. Tama po ba yan?
Tama po, Senator, Mr. President, tama po yun. Kagaya po ng pinresent ni Secretary Galvez kanina, kasama po ang essential workers sa sectors tulad ng agriculture, food, transportation, tourism, sa mga priorities po, lalo na po sa mga areas na mataas po ang incidence ng COVID-19.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm being too skittish. Wala akong nakita manufacturing. Wala akong nakita doon sa mga magtatrabaho na pwedeng makapagdagdag sa trabaho para meron tayong makakapagsweldo at makakabayad ng buwis. At ang workforce natin ay umaabot ng 39.8 million. So kailangan talaga i-prioritize yung mga trabaho ng mga taong yan para makagalaw ang ating ekonomiya. Hindi po ba? Sa madaling sabi, ang kanilang kalasag ay yung binibigay na vaccine para makapagtrabaho sila.
Tama po, Senator.
So
Tama po.
habulin natin ngayon yung mga bansa katulad ng Israel, katulad ng Amerika, yung mga ibang nakakapag-vaccinate na para habang tayo naghahabol doon, nag-vaccinate tayo para pagdating ng oras, makakapasok na sila rito sa atin ulit. Di po ba?
Tama po, Senator. Tama po.
Now, meron po ba tayo nakalagay sa batas na pinopropose ninyo o sa gagawin ninyo na may badge yung bawat ma-vaccinate para may QR code para halimbawa, sasakay sa bus, papakita lang yung QR code, I'm already vaccinated. O papasok sa mga gusali, I'm already vaccinated. Meron silang badge na makikita yon. Meron ba kayo na nasa planong ganyan? Wala ako narinig kasing ganyan kanina.
Tama po, sir. Kanina po na-present po ni Secretary Duque ng DOH ang plano na magkaroon ng isang vaccine certificate or vaccine passport gamit ang QR code na personal po para sa individual na Pilipino. Pag siya po ay nabakunahan, meron po siyang individual QR code na kanya lang po. At ito po ay pwedeng gamitin sa iba't ibang mga bagay dito sa Pilipinas tulad ng mga nasabi niyo po.
Well, ang sinasabi ko lang po ito, nasabi niya pero gusto ko lang idiin yun para maintindihan ng tao na pag nagpa-vaccinate sila, meron silang magiging badge at QR code. At dahil ang tatamaan pa rin dyan ay mga transportation units natin na kung walang transportation, hindi makakapasok yung mga tao dahil natatakot sila na baka mahawa sila. Kaya kailangan may QR code sa mga buses. Tama po ba yan? O sa mga jeepney?
Tama po, sir. And kasama po yan sa implementation po ng rollout ng vaccine.
Now, sinasabi nyo, 39.8 million people will be employed in the workforce will be vaccinated. But in reality, there are 56 million in the age group of 20 years old to 59 years old. Kailangan mabakunahan. Meron ba tayong timeline dito? At ina-asinte nyo ba yan talaga sapagkat yung mga bata, hindi naman pwedeng bakunahan yung mga 18 years old and below. Pero matatapos ba natin yan sa lalong madaling panahon?
Ang target po na pinresent ni Secretary Galvez kanina po ay 50 to 70 million vaccinated Filipinos in 2021 po.
At dahil dyan, meron ba kayong priority bago ko pumunta dyan, alam po ba ninyo ang record ng vaccination ng ating bansa? Medyo mahina. In fact, ang Red Cross po katulong sa pagbabakuna doon sa measles at saka polio. Dahil napilitin nung kami ganyan, dahil nakikita namin, ginagawa naman talaga ng Red Cross yan. Ang nabakunahan na fully immunized child ay 69% of the population in 2019. 2018, 66%. 2017, 67%. 2016, 70%. 2015, 70%. At ang pinakamataas nung panahon ni Secretary Flavier na talaga nagpapabakuna ang mga tao. So, ang gusto ko lang po sabihin, dapat mabigyan natin ng pansin yung pag-i-implement dyan sapagkat kung we only get one crack at it, pag kamali tayo at hindi na bakunahan ang sapat na tao, talagang mahihirapan tayo, hindi natin ma-acquire yung herd immunity. Tama po ba yan?
Tama po, Senator. Gaya po ng nasabi din kanina ni Secretary Galvez, napakalaki pong hamon nitong unprecedented vaccination program na ito para sa COVID-19 at kinakailangan po talaga ng tulong ng pamahalaan galing sa mga grupo tulad po lalong-lalo na ng Philippine Red Cross para po talagang maging mas epektibo ang ating pagbabakuna sa ating mga kababayan.
Hindi naman nung nagpipilit kami pero wala ako nakita ang Philippine Red Cross doon. Nakita ko yung Unilab pero walang Philippine Red Cross. Sa isang organisasyon na nakapaglagay tayo ng 1.6 million, nakapagtala tayo ng almost 1.7 million testing at ang sumusunod sa amin ay 500,000, para bang hindi naman kami nagpapapansin pero gusto rin namin talagang tumulong dahil bago pa yan, tumutulong na kami sa bakuna. But that's not the point of my question. Ang point ko ng question ay talagang makover natin talaga ng gusto yung dapat bakunahan. Now, moving along, sir, may I ask you, do we have prioritization for high prevalence areas such as Manila, Iloilo, Davao, and Cagayan? Meaning to say, na one vaccine ay pwedeng mag-work sa isang lugar. Katulad nga doon sa UAE, yung Chinese vaccine, umandar ng umabot ng 79% ata or 80%. Pero sa kanila, umaabot lamang ng 60%. Sa makatwid, merong chasm, may diferensya. Ano po? Baka mangyari sa atin yan na dito, baka hindi effective o baka mas effective. Inaaral po ba natin yung prevalence, zero prevalence examination yung mga yan para makikita natin kung effective sa atin yung mga yan?
Opo, sir. Unang-una po, yung sa prioritization ng areas with high prevalence of COVID-19, kasama po yan sa prioritization plan po ng ating vaccine rollout. Ang mga areas po na mataas ang attack rate at mataas ang prevalence ng COVID-19 ay mas mataas ang prioridad. Doon naman po sa efficacy ng mga bakuna, yan po ay talagang inaaral po ng ating vaccine expert panel with the DOH and the DOST para po masigurado na yung pong mga bibili nating mga bakuna unang-una ay safe at effective po para sa ating mga kababayan.
Tama, yun lang naman gusto ko pa palabasin. Dapat mayroon tayong pag-aaral kung anong effective sa ating kultura, sa ating katauhan, sa ating uri ng tao dahil yung iba nga effective sa ibang lahi sa atin, baka hindi as effective. Kaya nga yung zero prevalence test, I'm glad to know that you're going to do that. And I would expect that we get a report from time to time kung how effective the vaccine is. Now, isang pinagtatakaan ko lang, I don't know if this has been asked, kasi kanina pa kami naghihintay dito, minsan nawawala ang attention namin dahil ang haba-haba nga ng nangyayari, but it's okay. Ang pinagtatakaan ko lang, bakit tayo nahuli sa queue? Di ba dapat nung pang sinabing lalabas na yung vaccine, kahit na hindi pa sigurado, dapat pumila na tayo, let's say, sa Pfizer o sa malalaking drug company na maglagay tayo ng, kung kailangan nila maglagay tayo ng deposito, we could do that. Pero ngayon, lumalabas tayo isa sa mga huling bansa na nakakuha ng vaccine. Would that be accurate?
Sir, hindi naman po siguro nahuli dahil po nung unang-una pa lang po na na-appoint si Secretary Galvez bilang vaccine czar, ay immediately po ay nakipag-usap na siya sa iba't ibang mga vaccine companies katulad po ng Pfizer at ng iba pang mga kumpanya. Pero yung pong mga finalization po nung ating mga agreements sa kanila ay nangyayari na po ngayong buwan ng January, ngayong 2021.
Hindi po, sinisiguro ko lang po na hindi tayo nagkamali doon dahil ang Indonesia na nakakuha agad. At ibang bansa nakakuha agad. Tataka lang ako bakit hindi tayo nakakuha agad. And I will be mischievous if you will. I'm sorry, that's the only short word I can tell you, no? Hindi kaya pinagbibigyan natin yung isang bansa dyan na gustong magbili sa atin pero medyo nakaantala yung sa atin dahil umaasa tayo na mabibigyan tayo ng libre, which I think is the policy that must be undertaken na dapat yung talagang effective yun ang kukunin natin. Hindi kaya yun ang nangyari niya? Then meron mga nagsulat na sinasabi may preference raw ang administrasyon sa Chinese medicine. Now, quite frankly, I'm not against the Chinese medicine, pero gusto kang malaman, I hope that is not the reason kung bakit tayo medyo nahuli, as you said.
Hindi po yun ang rason, Senator, at hindi po wala po tayong policy na pinapabura ng isang vaccine o isang bansa. Lahat po ng vaccines na safe at effective ay ipopursue po ng national government, ng ating vaccine czar at vaccine cluster.
So hindi po totoo yan kasi may sunulat doon si Justice Carpio sa kanyang column sa Inquirer na sinasabi ang rason raw ay hindi makakabili dahil bawal sa ating batas, which is I think wrong. Pare-pareho naman mga abogado tayo dito, yung iba. At pinapayagan naman bumili tayo at magbigay ng advance payment. In fact, you can deduct the advance payment from whoever we order it. I just want to be sure for the knowledge of our people na that is not the fact because ang nakikita ko dapat na prioritize kaagad yung pagbili ng vaccine. At yung nakikita ko kung magkamisan sa dami ng trabaho siguro hindi na napapansin At dapat ang pumito diyan ay ang Department of Health. Dapat nakikita pa lang ginagawa yan, naghahanda na tayo para makapila tayo at mauna tayo. Hindi po ba dapat tama yun ang ginawa?
Opo, we can assure you po, Senator, and the entire country that that is not the case po. Na lahat po ng vaccines at lahat ng bansang gumagawa ng bakuna sa COVID-19 ay pinaprioritize at kinakausap po natin.
No, pero kailan man na-appoint si... Sorry?
Can you please wrap up? Your time is up.
Hinikli ako nga yung tanong ko, pero it's okay. I will just say na dapat I just want to be sure na we are on the right path when we start making decisions. And on that note, I will end and I ask questions again on Friday. Thank you very much, Secretary Dizon and Secretary Domingo, for your kindness. I think you're all doing a great job. Kaya lang talaga, nahihirapan rin tayo kung magkamisan dahil there are other elements that may come into play. Na kulang ang pero, naunahan tayo or whatever it is. I hope that the public is assured that our leaders are doing the right job. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Gordon. Senator Revilla will no longer manifest. He said he would want to join those who will be scheduled on Friday. So we are giving notice to everyone, all our resource persons that we've invited, and those that are going to be invited for Friday, that we will continue the hearing on Friday at 10 in the morning, January 15, 2021. Right. In the meantime, the hearing is hereby suspended.
Ang programang ito ay rated SPG. Striktong patnubay at gabay ng magulang ang kailangan. Maaaring may masiselang tema, lengguwahe, karahasan, sexual